Hey, what's up? This is Spider Prime 1, back again with another Transformers video review. Alright, this time I'm looking at Movie 1, Leader Class Megatron. This one's going to be fun to do on this, such a short little video screen. Or not video screen, but area I have to work with. But yeah, I have been putting this one off for a very long time, because he's in my top 5 list of one of the worst Transformers to transform back into the vehicle mode. I mean, going from vehicle to robot, he's fine. Going from robot back to vehicle, let's just say you're lucky I had the patience to put him back into vehicle mode. Yeah, vehicle mode, I'm kind of iffy on it. A lot of people hate it. I'm kind of iffy. One of the obvious problems with this, as you can plainly see, is where this piece not here, this little piece that folds down, Megatron's staring at you from on top of the jet. Now about that, the thing is, the reason why it kind of fails really bad in this aspect is because that's the movie had the way his head looked in the movie and the way it looks on all the toys for the first movie. That's the way he looked after everybody, pardon my French, bitched and complained about the way the old head style looked. And a lot of the old box art and some of, like, I have a Transformers pillowcase from the first movie with Optimus on one side and Megatron on the other. The Megatron and his picture and like the little Lunchable Transformer pack-in things that came with the Lunchables for a little while. The only one I have just happens to be Megatron, and the way he looks on that are all the old head sculpt where his face or his head wasn't as wide, it was a lot more narrow, and he had two lines that his eyes were a little more inset, or they were on the outside a little bit more, I can't really remember, but he had two bars that kind of went right across here and right across here, so when this was flipped up, yeah, it was still his head, but it wasn't as big and wide, and it blended into the jet a lot more. But because everybody had to go, I don't like the way his head looks, fix it, they gave him a new head sculpt, and now the toy doesn't work in that aspect. But there is always the possibility of, well, that, which a lot of people do, and then they just either fold this, well, you can't fold it any farther back, but they just fold it forward. But yeah, stick that back on there. Get back on there. Come on. There we go. Thank you. But yeah, that's a problem, that you can just see his head randomly. Kind of like all the movie 2 Megatrons, where he has his head sticking out in vehicle mode in every iteration of vehicle mode. So yeah. But some of the other problems, obviously it's a jet, it's gonna have undercarriage, but I mean, really? His feet? I mean, my gosh. They're not even trying. I mean, if you could pop the legs off at the joint up here, which you can't without, you know, breaking it, then it would look semi-okay. At least it would just be the wing. It wouldn't have all that leg crap. But, I mean, wow. They really weren't trying. The only good part of the jet is right here. All that part that you can't see, that's all the crappy part. This is the good part of the jet, right here, the front. All of this, all a head, legs under wings, and the big tail fin that goes on his butt later. or it's kind of like a back skirt. I don't know what you want to call it, but all this stuff, yeah, that's the bad part of the jet. This is the good part. This is the good part of the jet right here. So yeah, that's about it for vehicle mode. Oh, he has 4 little wheels that he can roll on. Oh, and the last thing before I start transforming him, his sound gimmick is the same in both modes. So unlike Optimus Prime, where when he was in the truck, he had the honk honk noise, and when he transformed, he had that power up noise. Well, Megatron just has the same noise in both modes, and there's a button right here to activate it. Yeah. He's either a raptor, a demon, or some other sort of satanic hellspawn. But I don't know. It kind of, like, when you have him in robot... I'll demonstrate it in robot mode too. But I don't know. When you have it in robot mode and you have him in, like, a really menacing pose and it's, like, staring at you and you make that sound effect, it's kind of scary. I don't know. Do it with all the lights off and it's Halloween and you just watched a scary movie. Then play that sound effect. I dare you. But enough of that. Transform! Let's shove the nose cone back. Fold this all the way forward. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's pop the legs out of the wing. Okay. And then you want to come back here and rotate this whole thing out. And unpop an arm in the process. He has a very messy transformation. This little hind skirt here, fold it around like that, and then there's his waist and torso. I'll bring this up, kind of like that. I'm gonna come around here. You want to fold the arms out like this. Separate the nose cone. Bring the head around. I'm sorry, this is so horrible to put on camera. Here, I'm going to turn the camera out like this. Okay. Now I can't see the back side of the camera, so I'm just gonna have to try. But anyways, you lift this up after you separated the arms from the bottom, of course, and you fold it down against his back. Okay. And then you want to lift up and then take the head like so. And you wait till the head, or not the head can come unhinged. There's a tab in the neck that goes right there. And he has the little Automorph gimmick where when you fold up the nose cone, the wings fold back. And you just tab his head into his neck joint there. The hind skirt has a little tab. Tab it in there. Tab the shoulders into there. Now, I want you to look at how the legs are turned. It's like one click out, down, and then it bends at the side. Memorize this leg configuration carefully, because that's the way the legs have to be. I haven't transformed him in like 5 months, so it took me a good 3 turns of his legs before I figured out how to stick them back under the wings. So this is how his legs should look before you stick them under the wing. Let this image be burned into your mind, because it will help you, and it will make it go very quickly. I actually transformed him once, like that, back into jet mode, because I remembered how his legs were supposed to look. But that is neither here nor there. Let's finish the transformation. Okay, you want to fold this up on the side of his arm. Here, let's get the legs out of the way. Excuse me, 2 clicks. And then fold the leg sideways. Okay, there's his legs. Okay, over here. Fold this piece up. Fold this out all the way, and then you can adjust the fingers how you want. Same over here, fold this up, fold the hand down, and then adjust the fingers according to however you want. Okay, so that is Megatron, except for the sound gimmick. Oh, what the? I'm sorry, the arm popped off and got in the way. I'm going to do that again. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, pretty creepy. Okay, I'm going to set him back over here. Okay, let's turn the camera. Now we look skyward towards Megatron. Anyways, his arm came unplugged again. Anyways, so yeah, this is Megatron in his robot mode. He looks pretty good. I like the little energon flare thingies. I like how his chest plates move, which kind of gives into the Mecha Life feature in the second movie line. But he has a couple other gimmicks too. On this arm, let's fold his hand back up. All the fingers are posable, by the way, just along a hinge joint. You want to fold this out, and there's a tab here, and then there's like little locks on this arm. And his arms will plug together, but I'm not going to do that right now. But basically, you take this thing, there's a white tab right here, you just pull back, and the gun folds out. It doesn't stay, it's just as long as you hold it there, it opens. So there's his, there's one weapon for him in robot mode. Hold his hand back. And then this one is kind of cool. There's a little trigger here. Let's kind of close his fist up a little bit. You just want to pull it. It doesn't really fire as much as let go. And then if you have it stored right, it'll just easily come out of the little thing there. And then Megatron has his mace that is formed out of his hand. So it's kind of cool, all things considered. You can beat the crap out of your Optimus Prime with it, who I didn't think to grab before I did this video. So he'll just... Here, I have Marvel Mini-Mates. The Ben Reilly Spider-Man and Cyclops. Stick them down here. Now we shall bend the camera down. You fools think you can challenge the might of Megatron? Die! Die! Now I step on you. Actually, I step and slash fling you off the desk. Beware the might of Megatron! Anyways, and then you just open this piece up here, and just fold and contort however you can get this thing back in there. There. So that is movie 1, Leader Class Megatron. So we look skyward towards his face again. I'm gonna do that light gimmick again. He's just so fun and scary. I mean, it could be like him zooming by like at lightning speed. He could be swearing at you in Cybertronian at a high-pitched scream instead of his, Hugo Weaving low-toned voice. I don't know, it's just awesome. But yeah, for all the faults he has in jet mode, I actually highly recommend this figure. He's just awesome. I'd even dare to say that he's better than the Revenge of the Fallen leader. I would dare to say that. Just because of the simple fact that he's a symmetrical robot mode instead of big cannon arm that can't bend in the middle and little gimpy arm that is just a come here finger. But yeah, I leave it up to you whether you like him a lot, like him somewhat, or whatever. But yeah, this video's gone on long enough. So I'm Spider Prime 1. That's Megatron. I'm signing off.